This up Yom Yerushalmi Terumos in the article Oz V'Hara. This on the top of my Mishnah B'Ayin Tes Ralph, beginning of Halacha Daled. It's in Mishnah Ches, and the whole Ralph is basically Mishnayos. Almost 12 on base. 3/4, 7/8. What we're doing tonight is Mishnayos, and in the Vilna, it's on Daf Mem Daled on the base. Also Halacha Daled Mishnah Chavish L'Truma. Okay, so the Gemara says. I lost my place here in the Kavanoki. Here. Chavish L'Truma. Shanol B'Savik Tumah is a relatively famous Mishnah. It appears in Pesachim Daf Tes Vav and other places. You have a Chavish L'Truma Shanol B'Savik Tumah. You have a jug of Truma, which you have a Savik Tumah felt, not Vade Tumah, Savik Tumah. Until now is a place of susceptibility, a place where it's not properly shamor from Tumah. So put it in a safe place. If it was uncovered and therefore more susceptible, you got to cover it. She'll make the opposite. Until now it was in a safeguarded place. Then now for now leave it in a susceptible place. So the I'll come back a second. Because it was uncovered, you got land. It was covered. Sorry, it was covered. You can uncover it. Don't change anything. So the question is obviously what chiyuv shmira we applies to truma, which is this the suffix tuma. So there are a couple of things here. The Gemara Pesachim, the Taisim Pesachim actually, that's what it says. The suffix here is like where a person's tummy touched one of two barrels, and Rishus Yochid doesn't know which one. And the Rebbe Lezer holds that Truma, the Gemara B'Chayr says, and Flam B'Dal says that Truma Tluya, you have to. Truma Tluya means you don't know it's halach, you don't know its status. You have to safeguard it because maybe Eliyahu will come and say it's tar. And Rishua holds no Truma, which is suitable for you. You're Mukhliyah to Rishomer Min HaTuma is not suitable, and therefore you can even be reckless, so to speak, with it. Okay, that's Mishnah Ches. Mishnah Tes. Chavish Nishbara. You have a jar of too much broke. Bagaso Yerna in the upper part of the wine press, but Tachtonat and the lower part of the wine press is Tame. So if it go this wine, if it goes down to this wine of Truma, it's Chavish Truma. If it goes down to the bottom of the press, it's going to become a tummy. So, if you can save from it or a vis, a minimal amount of tara, you should save it because obviously truma tmeya of wine can't be used to burn like shem and sreifa. So therefore, you can save a little bit amount of it. You should save it. If not, you can't save it. So you don't have Torah kalim to save even a vis. And this is Eliezer says you should let it go down and it become tummy its own, and don't be matamed be yadayim. So the Yeshua says no, although it's not explicit here. Yeshua would hold that you can be matamed yadayim because it's no longer it's imminently going to become tummy anyway. Okay. We'll come back to all this, of course. So if you have a jug of oil which spilled, and if you don't, in this case, it's not going to become tamei, but it's going to become absorbed in the ground. So they'll both agree. If you can say, like we say before, if you can save a vis, you should save it. If not, Rebbe Lezer L'Shita also again said Let it go down and be absorbed, and you should not absorb it with your hands, such as with a rag in your hands, because it's time you die in tomatoes, and your hands are soon to be tummy. This is not the type of truma which I'm required to attempt to save, because it's not something which I'm going to be able to eat. Only truma I can be able to eat. I'm required to attempt to save it, and should not be in the time maybe you'll die, at the very least. Says the next Mishnah. Mishnah. There's a part of Mishnah Aleph, actually. About the Tamena Ketzad. This is the Yeshua. This is continuation of Yeshua says that this is not the truma which I'm required to safeguard, and the truma which I'm required to safeguard. To what extent do I have to safeguard it? That shouldn't become tummy. Let's go to Yeshua. Okay. Also, you're going from place to place. You have loaves of truma in your hand. The guy said to you, give me one of it. I'll make it tummy. Be loud. If not, I reign my time is cool. I'm going to make tummy all of them. And she'll give him, say, I'm not going to assist you in this project. You take one of them, but you can take all of them, tummy them. I'm not going to give you anyone to become tummy, to make it tummy. Sure, you're in front of Achas Masela. And the Yeshua says, no, you can put one in front of him on a stone. She'll give it to his hand, but he won't his own, and that way he'll become to that, and be able to save that rest of him. Now, both of you, there's a chiv shmira. Question is to what extent you have a chiv shmira, and how the chiv shmira manifests itself. The chay noshim, also a very famous case. Women, we're told, give us one of you and we'll defile her. And if not, we're going to defile all of you. Even Rabbi Shua concedes in this case that they should all become tamei, and because they're not doicha nefesh mibnei nefesh, just like by din nefashos, we say my chazit and arayas are like the nefashos. We learned that in Sanhedrin, because the rights is like with tzichas nefesh. So, and even regardless, they're going to become tamei. You don't give any of them to the non-Jews. Okay, that's also going to be a very famous Gemara about this when we get to the Gemara. In the meantime, I believe we'll come to the end of the Mishnah. Yes. Now we're back. Now we start the Gemara. Amar Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yibun. Rabbi Yibun said, "Midivrei Shleshtam." From all of the Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shua, Gamliel. We see according to all of them. Nilma, we learn Tluya Asa L'Sayfer. The Shuma Tluya, you can't burn it. You can't burn it or destroy it any other way. Because even Rabbi Yeshua is the most lenient, says you can leave it somewhere it's going to become more susceptible, and then it'll be definitely become tamei, and then you can burn it, but not in its present state. Okay, Chevraya b'shem Rabbi Elazar, the Chevra in the name Rabbi Elazar, the Moira said, Chavis harishona, according to the first barrel, according to Rabbi Yeshua, who holds you don't burn, everybody holds, you don't burn truma tluya. But anyway, Rabbi Yeshua, Chavis rishona Rabbi Yossi, Vashnia Rabbi Meir. First drug is like Rabbi Yossi, and the second one is like Rabbi Meir. So what are we talking about here? So this going back to the Gemara in Pesachim, Daf Tetzvav, and the Sefta there in Pesachim, that you can't burn truma tluya imatmeya. You don't burn truma which is tamei, which is suffix tamei, truma which is definitely tamei on Erev Pesach, according to Rabbi Yeshua. Okay, that's so therefore this Mishnah over here is going like Rabbi Yossi. Vashnia, the second Mishnah later on, that you can say part of it, but that Yeshua said that's not truma that I'm concerned to prevent it from coming tamei. It's a Meir who says in the Mishnah in Psachim that you burn truma tahera shel chametz, truma tahera of chametz with tmeya on Pesach. Even though being matame the truma biyadayim, because it's lost no matter what, because it's chametz, and that's not truma which I'm required to safeguard. Okay, so that's the chametz Rishona is Rabbi Yossi, who holds that you can't burn you can't burn truma tluya with tmei on erev Pesach, and therefore this truma tluya can't be burnt. You call Rabbi Shua's most makeup, and the chametz shnia is like Rabbi Meir holds. Oh, that may be true sometimes, but not always. Chametz on Pesach you can burn together with truma tmeya because it's lost no matter what. That's the Chevraya named Rabbi Lezer. The Chevraya Amrin, Chevraya say, the Chevraya base manager said, on their own, Chavish Yishon, the first barrels like Rabbi Yossi, the lace Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Meir does not concede that point. That according to Rabbi Meir, you can be matame the truma tluya and burn immediately. So not like Rabbi Yossi, you can burn it. Vashniak Rabbi Yossi, and the second Mishnah, which says the Rabbi Meir, second Mishnah which says that the truma chametz you can burn together with the truma tmeya on Pesach, is like Meir v'leis Rabbi Yossi ma'idaba, and Rabbi Yossi is not going to concede that point. He says if he holds that you're not allowed to burn on Yudalit, truma tahira with tmeya, even though the tahira is going to be lost anyway. So this is going to be true also on Pesach itself. So it's our mission to be a case of Tavra, Mishashana Zeh, Lo Shana Zeh. They're not. The two parts of Mishnah are irreconcilable. Okay. Amar Lo. So that was the Chevra themselves. So Rabbi Lezer said to the Chevra, Rabbi Yossi. Amar Rabbi Yossi said the Amora said to the Chevra, not Rabbi Yossi, the Tana, Rabbi Yossi the Amora. So Yossi said, Chamun Ma'aton Omrim. See what you're saying? You're saying a Chavis Rishona. Okay, the first one's Rabbi Yossi, the later Rabbi Meir Moedebe. And Rabbi Meir doesn't concede the point. Okay? How can Rabbi Meir surfing? Okay, so that means going to Rabbi Meir, you burn it. Fine. But also Rabbi Shimon surfing. But also like Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon surfing. So the Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Shimon, our Rabbi Yossi, Yisrofu. Let Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Shimon make majority and burn it. So Rabbi Shimon, we're going to see later on how he holds that way. But in the meantime, let's take it as an axiomatic that he holds that you can burn it. So therefore, Rabbi Shimon and Meir should overwhelm Rabbi Yossi, and he should be allowed to burn in the first Mishnah the Truma Tluya. Od Min Adah. I'm not sure I want to go further today because it's going to get complicated and it's going to get long. It goes on. Okay, so let's try it. We'll come back to this tomorrow, to the Shakra Lataya. In the meantime, we'll stop here for today.